In today's video we'll take a journey through one of the most influential books in human history, the Bible. This ancient collection of texts has shaped cultures, inspired countless works of art, and guided the lives of billions. But what exactly is the Bible, and what stories does it contain? Hey there! Welcome back to Magister Factotum. Let's dive in and explore the Bible in a nutshell. The Bible is divided into two main sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament, also known as the Hebrew Bible, is sacred to both Jews and Christians. It begins with the book of Genesis, which tells the story of creation. According to Genesis, God created the heavens and the earth, separating light from darkness, land from water, and creating all forms of life, culminating in the creation of humanity, Adam and Eve. The earliest chapters of Genesis also introduce us to the concept of sin with the story of Adam and Eve's disobedience in the Garden of Eden. This is followed by tales of human struggle, such as the story of Cain and Abel, and eventually the Great Flood, where Noah builds an ark to save his family and two of every animal species from God's judgment on a sinful world. As we move forward, the narrative shifts to the story of the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God makes a covenant with Abraham, promising that his descendants will become a great nation. This promise is carried forward through Isaac and Jacob, whose 12 sons become the leaders of the 12 tribes of Israel. The book of Exodus recounts the story of Moses, who leads the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt after a series of miraculous plagues and the dramatic crossing of the Red Sea. God gives Moses the Ten Commandments on Mount Sinai, establishing a covenant with the Israelites and setting the foundation for Jewish law and tradition. The following books, including Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, detail the laws and rituals that the Israelites are to follow. The historical books, such as Joshua, Judges, Samuel, and Kings, narrate the conquest of the Promised Land, the establishment of the monarchy, and the eventual division of the kingdom into Israel and Judah. The Old Testament also contains wisdom literature, such as Psalms, Proverbs, and Ecclesiastes, offering poetry, proverbs, and reflections on life and faith. The prophetic books, including Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, feature prophets who call the Israelites to repentance and foretell the coming of the Messiah. This brings us to the New Testament, which focuses on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ and the early Christian church. The Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, tell the story of Jesus' birth, ministry, miracles, crucifixion, and resurrection. Jesus' teachings, such as the Sermon on the Mount, emphasize love, forgiveness, and the coming of God's kingdom. Following the Gospels, the book of Acts describes the spread of Christianity after Jesus' ascension, focusing on the apostles Peter and Paul. The letters, or epistles, written by Paul and other apostles, address various issues within the early Christian communities and offer theological insights and practical advice for living a Christian life. The New Testament concludes with the book of Revelation, a vivid and symbolic vision of the end times, the final judgment, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. In essence, the Bible is a tapestry of history, law, poetry, prophecy, and theology. It tells the story of humanity's relationship with God, from creation and covenant to redemption and hope for a future restoration. Whether you approach it as a religious text, a piece of literature, or a historical document, the Bible's impact on our world is undeniable. Thank you for joining me on this brief journey through the Bible. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more explorations of fascinating topics. Until next time, keep seeking and learning.